Hey.
What did I do?
Did you take that off of Wi-Fi?
I put it on Wi-Fi. Hi.
We are ITers too.
Is it supposed to be on Wi-Fi?
No, you want it on Wi-Fi.
It is on Wi-Fi.
Cool. Hey guys.
See a little Wi-Fi thing right there?
This is the behind the scenes. We should do one where we pretend like we don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, you got something to do.
Really?
It's too late. Don't worry about it. You can't touch your face.
Like, don't zoom in. Can I sip your drink?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Thursday.
Mm-hmm. We got some exciting stuff tonight.
We do?
Yeah?
Yeah, we do.
Always exciting stuff.
It's not, look at this is showing.
What?
It's showing most of our ceiling.
Just looking at my nose.
Can you even see my face? I need a shower. That's why I'm wearing a hat.
I am wearing a hat because I showered.
And you got crazy hair.
And I got the
Come on,
super
crazy
fluff.
hair. Don't care.
Well, my hair is real
gray.
wavy, curly. It is getting gray. I had no gray hair before this all started.
All right, ladies out there, husbands who have gray hair, do they dye their hair or not?
They absolutely do not if they are me.
Anyone? Any gray-haired fellas out there who dye their hair?
I'm looking forward to getting my silver fox.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the glistening of the Georgia sunset, I happened to notice that Jake had a number of great... Okay, no, let's go back. He was dogging on my gray hair that I can't handle right now because
for Cruella de Vil.
Quarantine.
I thought it was a good thing. I thought it was nice.
Anyway,
to say
so
that.
it was like a little bit of tit for tat. I'm like, well, you have gray hair too. So I saw like, oh, the hair, and he's got like all here. Yeah. And I said, are you gonna dye your hair? And he looked at me like I said some like horrific news.
Yeah, I agree. It shows wisdom.
Is that what David said? Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Shows.
All right,
wisdom.
so the gray stays. Okay, can you see it?
It's not that bad. I can see a little bit. I see more dandruff than I do gray hair.
That's awesome.
There you go. It just showed the Facebook universe my dandruff. Hey, Chloe.
Oh, hi, Chloe.
Mwah.
You're shaking the table, buddy.
I'm going to shake this table because we are professional Facebookers.
Are we? Is that what it is now? That we've done, I think I counted 18 videos.
Yeah, it's a lot of That's more than we've done in the last 5 years. Ever.
That's a lot of videos.
That might be more than we've done ever in the history of all of our existence.
Yeah, we were talking about how to transition once the quarantine and the social distancing is over. What's that going to look like for us? Because you know what, we've really enjoyed this. Yep. It's been a lot of fun, and so we thought, you know what, there's got to be a way to continue doing this. I don't know if we could do it every night.
No, I mean the kids. Honestly, with this, we're able to be home and get the kids down a little earlier. We might be able to do it 1 or 2 nights a week. So.
Yeah, not even that. I think it's just I'm not working, so
yeah,
I don't have to worry too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll continue something once this is all over.
Yeah. Cool.
So anyways, welcome to Thursday. We're glad you joined us.
Yep. If you guys don't know, this is our last night before we take a 3-night hiatus to spend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday just hanging with the kiddos, watching movies, making popcorn,
celebrating Easter.
So, and this weekend for us is Easter.
Yes, it is Orthodox weekend. Easter this weekend. So we are rolling into
and pastizo.
Good Friday tomorrow. Yes, if you missed it on yesterday's show, we have
It's our show.
This is the Wilson Family Chiropractic Show.
We name it something, and we got some good names.
Come up with, help us name our show. Anyhow,
let's call it Some Good News. That would be a good show. I like Some Good News. If anyone else likes that, I think that would be a really good idea.
You're looking for a certain someone to... We'll tag that and see what happens.
Nothing will happen. I hope not.
That'd be pretty funny.
I hope not.
For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, go ahead and Google-fy Some Good News after this show. Finish watching
Jim from The Office, also known as Krishnick, something.
Mm-hmm.
He has some good news, and it's wonderful.
It is, and a lot of people have copied it all over the world, and he did a whole skit about the people that have copied his show. It's hilarious. Go check it out, of course, when you're done watching this. Anyhow, our weekend will be filled with wonderful Easter activities, but right now we're going to focus on why we're here.
Yeah.
And if you followed any of our stories, Facebook or Insta stories, we were talking all about habits and the importance of establishing good, healthy, awesome Habits.
So I read a book, and gosh, of course it's like out of my brain right now.
I read a book.
But it basically is
Calvin and Hobbes.
The Power of Habits. It's literally called The Power of Habits. That's the name of the book.
You almost forgot that title? Mm-hmm. It's somewhere on our shelf of books.
But basically, our habits dictate our life on a daily basis.
Yep.
From where we choose to eat, from our interactions with our children, from the way we get up. Everything is basically a habit that we have either consciously, more than likely, subconsciously created. Mm-hmm. Hey, or it's been created for us by not paying attention. Mm-hmm. So, yes, habits. What's your habits?
Let's talk about habits or my bad habits.
Let's talk about both, because we do have both, and we don't want to just get caught up in our negative habits. So, with a habit, there's 3 basic parts to a habit. Catherine, what are the parts to a habit?
I don't remember.
Cue.
Oh, yeah, the cue. Sorry.
Cue. You have your cue or your trigger. Mm-hmm. You have your action. Mm-hmm. And then you have a...
Reward.
Mm-hmm. That's your basic, anatomy of a habit. Mm-hmm. Something like waking up. When I wake up, I have coffee. I feel more awake. Makes me happy. Now I have a habit of drinking coffee. Yeah, I drink coffee. Yep. When I get home from work, I'm stressed out. Kids stress me out more. I pour a tall glass of bourbon. I feel less stress. Habit created. Mm-hmm. So, and those things become programs. They become things that we do on a regular daily basis.
And they become something that you do on a daily basis because you're constantly seeking that reward.
Yeah.
You know what the reward is. You know how it feels. You know, when I drink bourbon, I feel a lot more relaxed, really just more numb. And so the kids running around being crazy don't bother me anymore. I can kind of just tune them out.
Yeah.
So you're really focusing on the reward.
Something is like I watch TV at night. Mm-hmm. When I watch TV at night, I go get a bowl of chips. Bowl of chips plus TV equals comfort, a habit.
Mm-hmm. Now, but do you actually need that bowl of chips when you're watching TV?
Of course not. But again, it's not our purpose now is to judge or to change. It's like they're negative, there's positive habits. There's sometimes our negative habits that we do just because that's how we decompress, because we can't be perfect all the time. Right. However, we need to make sure that we have more good than bad. Mm-hmm.
And there's also something about if you have a habit, you can replace the habit with something that maybe is good. Mm-hmm. So let's use alcohol as an example. Okay. So say you come home and you're feeling stressed out and you want to have a drink, but really having a drink every day is not a good thing, but you really just need something bubbly or something, or just something even bubbly. Mm-hmm. You could
grab one of those.
Grab a Waterloo. Mm-hmm.
And that will become a habit.
Have a cup of tea, and then you just get in the habit of having that.
It'll be a habit.
Instead of having the alcohol. Mm-hmm. Or you dive in and be with your kids. Or you meditate, sit down and
or you exercise,
spend time with your spouse.
Yeah, so there's ways to replace. But again, all these things take time, effort, and energy. Mm-hmm. So the things you want to start off with are the little things. Mm-hmm. For example, waking up. We all have to do that every single day. We all are going to go we're going to do a certain thing every single day.
That's yours. I just realized.
Well,
I just realized it was yours.
Floaties in it.
Awesome. Sorry.
Negative habit, broken. Wife takes soda. Husband says floaties in it. Wife no longer takes soda. Reward.
And we'll see you on Monday.
Yeah. No. And reward.
Just kidding.
So yeah, the habit of waking up. We have to do it every single day. Mm-hmm. My habit now when I wake up, and it's taken a while to do this, but I get triggered to wake up and in my head I'm like, I could lay here. Mm-hmm. Or I could go exercise. Mm-hmm. If I exercise, I will feel better. Mm-hmm. That's a reward. Mm-hmm. I will sleep better. Mm-hmm. And I will look better in my skinny jeans.
You have skinny jeans?
No. But if I had them, they're called jeans. I call them jeans.
I would love to see you in a pair of skinny jeans.
There is no such thing as skinny jeans that would fit onto my ham hocks. They would not work.
And that's another word for Jake's thighs, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, it's like the like the base of a ham stock.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. Now that you guys have a visual of what my leg looks like, you've seen me walk around on ham stilts.
Just made me snort. Live video. You just said ham stilts. Anyhow. So, because you've done that enough, now when your alarm goes off, are you more often motivated to get up because you know what the reward is?
Yeah. And that's a way you
Does it make it easier to get up to?
Or, trigger, you're in your car, you listen to news, news makes you anxious, you listen to more news, and it becomes this loop and cycle because you almost get addicted to that negative.
That's like morbid curiosity.
Yeah, and it's not, the reward doesn't have to be positive, by the way. Payoff does not have to be positive.
No.
It can be a negative thing as well. Or get in your car, on your Bluetooth, call your mom.
That's what you do.
That's what I do every single day.
That's what I do. I call my mom.
Call another loved one. Yeah, call another loved one. Call someone to check in on them. Listen to an audiobook like The Power of Habits. You know,
look at that.
It's actually a dry book. It had some useful stuff.
A little dry.
It was a little dry. A little drier than I was hoping it would be.
That's okay.
So there's lots of different ways, but the thing is the very first key, because we don't want to go into the full anatomy of everything in here, but you have to identify that these things are happening. Now, then you have to make a conscious choice for a while in order to change that habit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, that's huge. Sorry, I'm not talking a ton tonight. I am pretty tired. Let's see. What could I say about habits? That's really important. I think it can be overwhelming at times. So instead of trying to change, let me rephrase that. You don't need to change all the things all at once, right? It's like, well, I need to get up early and I need to start working out. I need to stop drinking and I need to... Pick one that you feel like is going to mean the most, but also pick one that you think is going to be the easiest to change, right? Yeah. Because if it's momentum. So if you change that one thing and you get into that habit and it starts flowing, you'll be like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then you'll move to a different habit and then you'll work on that. So don't try to change everything at once. It will overwhelm you. And just by nature, because humans are so habitual, your body, your subconscious will just shut you. Your subconscious will shut you down, and you'll just not be able to change any of your habits.
Our habit right now is we old. It gets 9:00. We want to go to bed. It's a good habit. I like going to bed early.
I like sleep.
How awesome is it to sleep early?
That is not one of my habits. My habit has always been to stay up late.
Well, you used to like to... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Watch TV.
Yeah, because for me it was, I've had a long day. I deserve time to myself, so I should be able to watch TV at night without any interruptions. Yeah,
and we all deserve all of it.
And then go to bed late.
I deserve a piece of cake.
Right, go to bed late and then wake up tired, not get up early, then not work out, and it spirals. So what I've chosen to do is, okay, I still deserve time to unwind. I still deserve that time to myself. But I'm not going to binge watch 6 episodes of a show every single night. Listen, if you want to binge right now, life is hard. This stuff's crazy. If you want to spend a Friday and you want to binge a show, by all means, do it. Enjoy it, but don't do it every day.
Don't binge the news.
Don't binge the news.
news.
Don't do it every day.
Gosh, I hate that the news is everywhere.
I know.
It's just so...
I know.
Not good.
So what I've chosen to do instead was to pick a show and watch maybe 1 episode. Or if it's a shorter, like, because there's no commercials, like maybe less than an hour. Like 2 20-minute or maybe 1 30.
But you haven't even been doing that.
I haven't done that a lot at all right now. But then I would do that, and I had the satisfaction of, you know what, I had a little bit of time to myself. I didn't need 3 hours, and now I got to have that time. I really enjoyed it, and I'm getting to bed early, and now I'm not waking up tired, so I can exercise and do all the things I need to do for myself, for my kids.
Man, you've been getting up earlier.
Yeah.
So, again, we're not perfect. We have bad habits, you know. Yeah. Like, I had the bad bourbon habit for a while, and it still tries to creep in there. That's why, you know, I try and, like, not have it in the house. Because if it's there, it's just easier to get a hold of.
That does make a huge difference.
Yeah, not having a trigger in the house.
If your trigger is like something tangible, not necessarily like a action. Thought, or it's grabbing something. So grabbing that food. Forgive him, he's worked so hard this week. The food, like the chocolate cake or the Coca-Cola or the alcohol, try really hard just not to have it in the house. But here's something I have to say too, is that if you are living with someone else, so your spouse, your partner, another family member, it's really important that they are on board with what you're trying to do. Page. Yeah. It makes a huge difference. It's really hard. When Jake was doing that, we just didn't have alcohol in the house. I didn't have wine. I didn't have anything. I was like, there's no reason. I want to support you. This journey's important. And so we just didn't have anything in the house. If there's nothing in the house, then you can't reach for it. Hey, Dave, what's up? Tell Aaron we said hey.
We got some peeps watching.
Thanks for joining us.
All right. So now that we got that, those are things that just to help you understand things. Again, you will notice it. Sometimes being able to identify something is super important. Doesn't mean that you can go and change it right away, but find that one thing. For me, again, it was alcohol for a while, and I developed that habit after my dad passed away. And honestly, I could have been justified in that for the rest of my life. Right. And I could still justify it right now. But I don't want to, because I noticed it was a negative pattern for me. We can justify eating crappy. We can justify all kinds of stuff. But again, once you start to identify that there is a trigger to it, and you can find that trigger, and then you can replace your action with a different action. The triggers are going to be there. So replace your action with a different action, and then you'll get a different reward. And then you'll start to become more accustomed to that positive reward. Yeah.
For me, like I said, my biggest negative habit, if you will, that's been a part of me for years is the going to bed super, super late. And my excuse was that I deserve time to myself and I just want to be away from everyone. And then I realized that, like Jake said, the trigger, I can do different things throughout the day or plan a special time on the weekend. Or one thing we have done before too is shifts. Okay, you're coming home and I've been with the kids all day. So you know what I'm going to do? I get to go disappear and call my mom or sit on the porch. And then he takes over with the kids for a little bit so I can just decompress. And then I have that time alone. And then I don't need that as much time at night. So there's finding something else. There's something else within your day. And there's so much content out there on forming positive habits. And there's so many speakers. You're bound to, stumble upon something really beneficial.
Yeah. All right, so that's that. You guys have any questions about that? Let us know.
Let us know.
Now, big announcement for the evening.
This is really important.
Very important. Everyone,
click share.
Listen
that
to
little
this
button
part
down below. See the little swirl thing? Go ahead, click share.
Yeah.
And put, this is important. We want you guys to hear this.
So we are in contact with a...
which is friend. It's just
a friend.
Yeah, it's just through them.
Who is a... integrated healthcare doctor, and she has been able to gain access to tests for the IgM and IgG antibody for COVID. So this would be if you think you were exposed in the past, you would be able to see with the IgG that you have the antibodies in it. We do not have anything to do with administering this test. It is strictly going to be an order straight through the email that I will send you. So if you want it, give me an email. The individuals that are doing it, again, they're not set up to have a national conglomeration. Right. So they can't say just post it on the internet and send everyone our way because they would be crashed. They just don't have that kind of bandwidth right now.
No.
However, for our audience, they asked us if we have anybody. I asked her if there's a limit and she said no. And I said, well, what if it's hundreds of people? She's like, that might be a little bit heavy, but we could still get it if you need it.
So this will show that you have the antibodies. And if you have the antibodies, it means at some point along the way, you were exposed. And obviously if you never got sick, you never expressed symptoms, but your body created the immunity.
Or you had mild symptoms.
Yeah.
So you created the immunity, which is a great thing to know.
Yeah.
It will help you feel better. So if you do get exposed, you know. And it's a take-home test. It literally it's a finger prick test. So they poke you with the, the blood. No, you.
You have to
poke
prick yourself in the finger.
Yep. But it will be a test that will tell you, if you have the antibodies. There's two separate tests, one for IgM, one for IgG. and they will tell you within 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's like a pregnancy test, so you'll know within 10 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be easy to read. It'll be like 1 line versus 2 lines type thing, and then it's yours. Like, this is not something that, like, this is for you. You don't have to, like, share it, post it, anything. This is strictly like a pregnancy test.
Yeah, it's personal to either help you with peace of mind, or if you're needing to go see a loved one who's sick in the hospital and you've been afraid to,
or to know if you need to be more careful.
Yeah, or if you haven't been, you need to be more careful rather. All of that.
Yeah. So it's just at this point, it's a tool, but it is a very effective tool. From my understanding, it has a 90% accuracy, both false positive and false negative. So if it's negative, it's going to be negative 90% of the time. If it's negative, it's going to be accurate 90% of the time. And if it's positive, it's going to be accurate 90% of the time, which is a really high accuracy rate.
Yeah, absolutely. So if that's something you're interested in, or if you
reach out to us, we'll put you in contact with the people, because we're not going to, this has
nothing to do with us. We are just the messenger. We are carrying the information to you guys. Again, you can just email us at wilsonfamilychiropractic@gmail.com or message us
Facebook,
on Facebook or Instagram.
Yep.
And we will connect you to those people.
Well, basically, it'll be done through an email. But it's a
kit. It's $99.
Yep, $99.
You pay them,
and it's like $4 to $10 for shipping, depending on where you are.
And then right now they're on a
2 week.
This is a pre-order, so they'll be getting it
2 week back. It's back ordered for 2 weeks. So they're taking the pre-orders now so that you will get them. Because if not, you might have to wait another 2 weeks, or another 2 weeks, or another 2 weeks. So, yeah. So that, for me, I'm super excited about it.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Catherine had a mystery illness right before this stuff all started, but we don't know. I mean, we don't know. You just were ill, but this was before even COVID was on the radar for.
But like very bizarre.
Couldn't walk up the stairs.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much about it. If you want to know like what my sickness was like back in February, you can message me, because it's very bizarre. Yeah,
but just not something that we'd ever experienced before.
Nothing I'd ever seen in my life. So anyway, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
We talked a little about habits. We talked about the rapid blood test for COVID antibodies.
Yep. Still get your vitamins. Still take care of yourself.
Yeah, if you guys are needing supplements.
Whether you are, like, COVID is on our radar or not, taking care of yourself is always and should always be a top priority.
It's a habit.
Like, we will do so many things before we take care of ourselves. I mean, there's people that have cancer that will have all the signs of cancer, and they won't do anything about it. Either because they're worried about having to pay for it, or they just don't make it a priority. But they'll go out and they'll buy, a new car, or they'll go out and they'll buy like a fancy dinner. This stuff is what is worth it. Like, your health is worth it for you to invest energy, time, and resources into.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I told you I'm doing a devotional tomorrow morning. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. For those that believe in a higher power, we were designed to be healthy. We were designed to be strong. We were designed to love our life and to enjoy what we have here on earth. And we weren't designed to be miserable. And so we right now are given a great opportunity, as life has slowed down dramatically for most of us. I know it feels a little bit more chaotic at times, but it really is slower, to make these positive habits, to make these changes so that they continue. Yeah. Because at some point, this thing with the virus, right? It's going to be gone for the most part. It's going to be behind us.
It'll change. It'll be like anything,
Exactly. However, there's going to be health challenges that you're going to face as life continues, your whole life, whether it's a serious flu that passes through, or you're faced with something like cardiovascular disease, or God forbid, cancer. Yeah. You want your body strong, so why not take this time when there's resources around to make these positive changes? If you're struggling or you don't know where to start, reach out to us. Yeah. This is why we're here right now.
Yeah. Again, like I said to my daughter, and I read it out somewhere on a poster, life does not get easier. We just get stronger.
Absolutely.
And that's the only way you persevere. And that goes for your health, your immune system, your mental attitude, all of it. Cultivate a strong body and a strong mental toughness. And that will be the biggest thing. If you could pull that out of this, that is probably the biggest thing you could pull out.
Your future self will thank your past self for doing it.
Say, hey, good job.
Yeah. Way to go.
Proud of you.
All right, guys. It's been a long day. I'm tired.
I'm so tired.
Jake's exhausted. He's going to go pass out.
My eyes are usually not this small.
He's actually sleeping. Don't let him fool you.
I
keep elbowing to wake him up.
I wake up and I say words, and then I go back to sleep again.
Before we go, please don't forget to like and share our post regarding the giveaway on the 2 trick kites for you and a friend. We are giving away 2 trick kites to you and a friend. All you have to do is like.
It could be a regular kite too. You don't have to do the trick kite. We'll send you an option.
You and your friend get a kite, and it's pretty cool. Anyways, and it gets shipped right from Amazon to your house. All you have to do is like the page, tag someone that you love, and share with us what brings you joy.
Oh my God, I was hoping to hold that one in. That's like 17 yawns. I'm so tired, guys.
Rest your head here. Come here, go night.
I'm tired. Boy, it's a long week in the office.
Yes, we know. It's been a long week.
So hard.
It's been a long month. But anyway, please share that post. It would mean the world to us. The more people that see it, the more people know who we are and what we're trying to do in our community.
Yep. Helps us. And then ultimately helping you guys is our goal. So
yeah, absolutely. Make sure you keep following us on Instagram and Facebook over the weekend. We're going to be posting some fun stuff about all the Greek food that we're going to be cooking to celebrate Easter. So if you want to get a couple giggles, come over and join us. And maybe we'll even do a surprise live video.
Think of like flour spilled everywhere.
I'm sure there will. We've got 3 children and me.
William's like, let's taste the flour. Why do they want to taste the flour? Tastes like
they do. They want to taste all the things that you're putting.
Flour. I'm like, taste the flour. So you have all the flour you want.
All right, guys, we're gonna sign off and head to bed. Thank you for being here.
Bye, guys.
What do you say? The likes, the loves, and all the in betweens. That works.
Not what I said,
all right. Hey, Thursday night, we will see you back here Monday.
Yep. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for being
here. Love y'all, and we'll see you then.
Bye. Mighty Noodles. Bye.